Well, that's gonna be a fun thing to edit out. All right. Apparently, we've been live for like 12 minutes and we've had no sound whatsoever.
Ooh, fun. That's all right. We haven't really started the game. We're just now starting.
All right,
So,
cool.
so in a nutshell, the party went into town, into the market, with the intention of being hired on as muscle for Basher, so that when he brought his stolen item, you could kill him or at least betray him and help Mr. Sarlu regain his missing stolen item. You subsequently used suggestion. Very good cast, by the way, for uh, Hazel. I think Hazel was the one who cast it, but it was a solid cast nonetheless. Who'd we lose?
Looks
Hazel.
like Tanner. Yeah.
There he is. And you brought Basher back to Mr. Sarlu triumphantly, I will point out. Very proud of yourselves. Only to realize that you were supposed to infiltrate, not just go get him. Because he had captured, or stolen, or kidnapped, depending on how you phrase it, Mr. Sarlu's wife. And now that you've captured him, Mr. Sarlu's wife is still somewhere. No one really knows where. And that's where you find yourself. So, I'm going to apply a short rest. And that's when we're going to resume because they told you to stay here and they were going to attempt to gather some information from Basher since you did bring him all this way anyways. So roughly 2 hours after you left Biboli's Emporium, the Olek, Mr. Sarlu's attendant, comes out, and on his strange beaked face, he doesn't seem to have too much emotion, and he asks the party, "Are you still interested in using the gate?"
Yes. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't lead. Naka,
Yes.
you lead.
Oh. Yes.
Or Arthanis, you lead. Or anybody else.
Yes, we would still be interested.
Olek says, "Mr. Sarlu has decided to give you two options. One, you rescue his wife alive. Two, you be granted access to the Red Gate immediately without leaving his premises on the agreement that he is entitled to two objects of his choice upon your return."
Were you able to get information about where Mr. Sarlu's wife is located
We
out
do.
of Basher?
We know Basher has hidden her a few hours outside of the city in the wasteland of the desert at a Bagra encampment. They have set up an encampment around a ancient site with stone guardians. And they use these stone guardians as defensive structures where attacking or raiding forces or rampaging beasts that raid their camp disrupt these ancient statues that pre-exist their camp. according to Basher's memories, they have never been defeated.
Would have been nice to have a massive crocodile to take there.
Infiltrating this encampment and rescuing Mr. Sarlu's wife would likely be a stealthy affair. Detection would likely result in death. Mr. Sarlu believes you may accomplish it, but he sees fit to grant you options.
Can we have a couple minutes to discuss?
He gives a curt nod and turns around in place with his tentacles and exits the room.
I know I shouldn't really have a say, but I would like to save her just to, yeah, kind of clean the slate, so to speak. But that's just me.
Shouldn't be too hard.
I have no objections.
That's half.
I'm not comfortable letting anyone have anything of mine
Then there
on
we go.
a whatever they want basis. So
And the other two are occupied. So
I mean, I'm pretty certain that whatever he wants of mine, I could probably just replicate it or build something similar.
In case I missed this, what does he want?
Any two
I don't know.
items. Or possibly people? Unclear.
well, maybe items to him anyways.
Kashoot, being our most sneaky member, I believe, do you think we could pull off this rescue?
Anything's possible. It would just depend on what we encounter when we're there.
I can only cast suggestion like one more time today, or higher level spells.
Didn't we just short rest? That was out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We did.
I don't get spells back on short rest.
All right. I'm so used to you being a warlock.
I know, right? Fucking sucks.
You mean I gotta wait a whole 12 hours?
What the fuck?
In any event, I feel as though we have more to gain by trying to remedy this problem.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Anyways, how bad could it possibly be? What's the worst that could happen?
Just suffering, so I'm in.
That's not so bad.
I don't like that.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
Oh, Hazel, if you don't like it, maybe you should contact the other guy.
if you want him here, you'll have to hit me.
Oh, we'll let the Stone Guardians do that.
Okay. Thank you. Because yeah, I don't want to be hurt. Really. Especially by you, because you get like sick pleasure out of it. But anyways, onward.
All right. A short time later, Olek comes back and asks if you have made your decision.
Yes. We are going to rescue Mrs. Sarlu. Easy peasy.
All right. He tells you that, thankfully, due to the fact that you left with or with Basher, and his guards were confused enough to remain in place, Mr. Sarlu has handled them. Mr. Sarlu was supposed to return with 2 mercenaries he had already hired. He holds up a contract of Basher's, and he says, "We will relocate you to a half-mile outside of the Bagra encampment. Our forces will remain in the area for a few hours. If you do not return, they will leave. If you do return with Mrs. Sarlu, you will be returned through magical means."
Okay.
How long do you need to be prepared?
Has to happen tonight, right?
He gives a curt nod.
Yeah. How long do you guys need? I'm pretty much good to go.
I'm ready
I'm
when
good
you
as
are.
well.
All right, we're good to go.
He makes a motion for the party to move close together.
In tight.
As the party gets close together, assuming everybody is ready to go, he pulls out a crystal and twists the top half, and the entire party loses the ability to see as you feel a yank somewhere in your chest as you materialize somewhere else. As you materialize, you see a number of mesa style rock formations and a number of different directions, as well as some vegetation, some small amounts of vegetation, nothing too huge. And Olek points you towards a specific outcropping of mesa stones, and he tells you, nestled in that area, you will find the Bagra encampment.
Okay. Who's going in?
I think we all need to get pretty close,
Ah.
just in case, but I think the stealthier of us should probably go.
I'm not overly stealthy, but I'm not not stealthy.
Sounds like you're volunteering.
Damn it.
If Hazel has to go, I'm not very stealthy either, but I'll go with him.
I would encourage you to bear in mind that each person that goes will be making a separate stealth check.
Hmm.
And I would also
Yeah.
encourage you to take a moment and look over your items and your magic spells and anything you have that could be useful.
Well, I think I have. Did I prepare it though?
I don't have a lot.
I think I have. I just can't remember the friggin' spell name right now because my brain's all bongled.
Pass without trace.
Yeah. Hold on.
That would be good.
Now who's more of a backup plan kind of person?
Yeah, I figured Techno would be left behind too.
Yeah, because my stealth is like a -1 scale. I'm not being stealthy.
I only have a +2, but I figure that's probably more stealthy than most of the party.
I didn't think we'd need stealth when I was preparing my spells last session, so I did not prepare it.
Ain't that always the case?
I should likely stay behind. I can create a telepathic link with one of the stealthy members, and so long as you don't pass within, I don't know, 9 miles, as long as you don't go outside of that range, we'll be able to communicate. 8 miles, I guess.
Mine only goes 60 meters. And you have to be within sight.
So I can stay behind, and that way, like if the people who are being stealthy request reinforcements, you can do so telepathically.
Perfect. Yeah, stick with Kashoot.
All right. So how many of us are going?
I
So two.
and Estrella, I think, but
Um,
maybe not. We'll find out.
I don't know. Does it make sense for me to go? Like, I'm not all that stealthy, but I mean, if you're uncomfortable, Hazel, like I can come with you.
Well, I don't think that Kashoot should go alone, but I can go. I think I can handle it. Thank you for worrying, though.
Okay.
What What happens if Mars comes out?
He's actually way better at stealth, but just yeah.
Hazel doesn't know that.
Hazel doesn't know that. No, that's out of character. As long as you don't piss him off. But, anyways,
And I mean, we could just not split the party. It makes us less stealthy, but it's safer if something goes wrong.
I think that would be more preferable, at least, but we gotta do what's best for the mission, I guess.
well, we can always get close and just kind of scout first, and then come back.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure,
I'm gonna
sure.
scout anyway, so I think scouting to get a good idea of what we're looking at is probably the best way to go right now.
I agree.
How long does your telepathic thing last that you were talking about?
Indeed. Oh, minutes. as in 4 minutes.
Okay. Well,
Seems oddly specific.
really does.
4 minutes and
Yeah.
1 second.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and stealth ahead a bit, just to see if I can get a general idea of what we're looking at.
And I'll connect my telepathic speech to shoot then.
And I'll kind of just follow close by.
Here we go. Ha! And I trip over a rock.
Oh my goodness.
The dice giveth,
And
and the dice taketh away. On the upside, you are not too close as of yet.
When can we use the boon of the patron? Before a roll or after a roll?
One
Right.
second. Including party vision. Okay, you're asking about the boon of the
Boon.
patron?
Yeah.
I have to pull that up. It's not on Kashoot's sheet.
Oh, when did I
Should
get
be on
this?
mine. I have it on mine.
I
Under
thought we all
power.
had it. Yeah.
Maybe where's it? Where are you guys at?
Mine's in character abilities.
Mine's under actions.
Yeah, actions.
But
Yeah, mine's in
Gotcha.
actions as well.
you put it on there,
Let me
Tony.
get back to you on that.
The only thing I
I
have is
did. It was.
we
It
add
was.
1d6 to a roll once a day.
Actions tab under character
And
abilities.
what is
Yep.
it? Say again.
Add 1d6 to a roll once per day.
Save,
Got it.
or check, or
Okay, I
attack
found it
roll.
while you were saying that. You can add it at any time,
I might add it to
before
this.
or after.
I'm not going to add it right now. I'll wait
I'm
until we
going to.
actually get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you know that it's failing, at least you
15.
can use it and be like, okay, I want to add a d6 and hopefully I don't fail.
Nah, I'm just doing it. Hazel's too nervous.
Hey, Tony, I don't see anything on the map yet. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
I don't see anything either.
Yeah, still
Really?
nothing. It's all
Yes,
black.
you should.
Also, has it been pointed out that Arthanis kind of looks like Patrick Stewart with a beard now?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Last game. Evil Patrick Stewart.
No.
Mild shock.
Well, you should be able to see things now.
Negative.
Anything?
Complete darkness.
Nothing but blackness everlasting.
Hello,
Like to cast
darkness,
magic
never
missile.
left
Any better?
me.
Negative.
Nope.
Do you have
Nope.
that? No. Well,
Cast
let me
magic
try
missile at
something
the
over here.
darkness.
You can.
Yeah, my descriptor for boon of
That's
the
better.
patron on my character sheet's empty.
Mine is also.
Let's see about fixing that for you.
Oops. Oh,
So
there you
you are in the wasteland, the desert / mesa. So there is some trees, even some greenery, but it's not the dominant color you see.
There we go.
As you approach, you see a log palisade, which is, as I said, strange due to the fact that greenery isn't the most prevalent thing here. It also has spikes along the front. Alex, you disconnected.
Yeah.
As you're approaching, Kashoot, I know you're scouting. You see a fairly wide, 25 foot wide.
There it goes. Finally.
You see a 25 foot wide gate ahead. I'm not necessarily placing you here on the map. If you guys want to be further away and approaching, this is just the map you get. So essentially, the rock formation, you guys might need to zoom out, but essentially the rock formation you guys had noticed from afar was a U-shaped. They had essentially found or carved a U-shaped. I drew kind of a general shape in arrows into of these mesa rocks, and they built a palisade across the front, and they seem to have 4 guards at the front. 2 guards with spears. I'm sorry, with leather armor and shields, as well as scimitars, and the 2 guards towards the back have longbows. There don't seem to be any guards or atop any battlements or walking along the gate, but it is also pretty high. It's about a 10-foot high palisade, so you can't see behind it easily.
What time of day is it?
It is probably 4 to 5 in the afternoon. It's getting close to dusk, if not there already.
And you said these palisades are about 10 feet tall.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna quietly maneuver behind the spike wall here and see if I can climb
Okay.
up the palisade quietly.
Okay. Do you have a climb speed?
Do not.
All right. Give me an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Can Hazel try to help Kashoot up? Like, give her a boost?
You can give her advantage, but when you go to do the check, if you do, you will not get that.
That's fine.
Still
Alright.
gonna do stealth. Fucking hell. She's the least stealthy motherfucker.
All right. Quite successfully, you bounce back and forth between the mesa outcropping and the palisade, and you do manage to get up over. And are you wanting to drop on the other side, or?
Yeah, just so that I can see.
So you manage to get on the other side, and you see a group of Bagra. They seem to be huddled together. They're on an incline. The mesa inclines slightly into
Okay.
the point where it goes into an an overhang underneath the rising area that overhangs, but it doesn't seem to go back very far. It seems to be a small cave, or probably not even something to be big enough to be called a cave. You do see a large fire that is glowing further into the camp, but you can't see its exact location, just kind of the glow.
Okay. Are they huddled around something?
They seem to be doing something in the dirt. You can't see what.
Tony, just I would let Kashoot know when the 4 minutes is up, like right before I lose connection to him. I'd say like, hey, we're about to lose connection.
Fair. And just to verify, everybody can see what Kashoot can see?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
So, Kashoot, the gate is to your right. Those 5 up there seem to be engaged in some type of activity. You're not exactly sure what.
Okay. I don't see the stone guardians yet, right?
You do not.
Alright, I'm gonna jump back down on the other side, down by Hazel. You said there was 5 over there, right?
I did.
Okay, so there's 5 in there in a corner. We've got 4 here at the door. If we wait a little bit longer for darkness, we will have that bonus. And then we might be able to stealth around inside the camp. But right now, there's not a whole lot of room. There's not a whole lot of stuff for us to stealth between in daylight.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep. This is a wasteland, so that makes sense. Yep.
So if you guys, the party wants to like hide behind like the mesa wall here or the mesa rock or something until like darkness actually falls. How long did they give us?
No, probably 6-7 hours.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna have a whole hell of a lot of time then if we decide to wait.
Well, if it's
mean,
dusk
yeah.
now.
Maybe an hour. I'll put it at dark.
Yeah, so we'll still have 5 hours or so.
Alright.
I think it's still better than just charging in.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So it only takes about an hour and a half to get to dark, and that is where you find yourself. It is unfortunately for you, quite a dark night. There's not a substantial amount of moonlight.
Do the
Does
Bagrin
Hazel-
use torches?
Some of them do.
Interesting.
Hazel, can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Okay, I can as
I've
well.
excellent dark vision.
Same. Great. Alright. So let's try this wall again.
Same thing. Boost.
Yeah. See if we can be stealthier about it this time than we were last time. No, can't. Well, technically we were. So that's good at least.
Once again, you scamper up the wall with no major issues, landing on the other side. Those Bagra are still in the same area, but they have kind of moved and arranged themselves to be facing down.
Do they see me?
They do not seem to see you.
Okay. Can I like lay on the top of the wall and like help Hazel get over by like hoisting him up?
Unfortunately not, it's simply too high.
Okay.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Hazel, I tried.
Yeah, I'll just try getting up. Also tried stealthily.
Well, somebody down there can help you, right?
It's true.
Oh, they're here. Cool. I thought we were still going up by ourselves.
Well, we
We
are
can-
still going up by ourselves, but
Gotcha.
one of them.
Yeah,
could
if
probably
that
give you a
15 doesn't
boost.
work, Nelka will absolutely give him a boost.
Oh, that was a stealth. So
Oh.
I'll do
Yeah.
acrobatics at advantage then with your help. Nice.
Nelka
There you
throws you
go.
up the wall.
Ah!
Oh no!
Don't scream! Don't scream!
It just covers his mouth.
All right, Hazel, you managed to make it up and over.
Nice.
All right, so now we are going to do stealthy walk. I'm going to do Boon of the Patron because I suck apparently.
I already used it.
You can roll it afterwards, but
Yeah, that's true. All right. Hey,
Nice.
there we go.
Don't sell yourself short.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, not
Hey,
bad.
that's
Not
good.
bad.
Yep.
well
All right,
done.
so we're gonna stealthily. I'm gonna move to this hut here. And just slowly lift up the flap a little bit and look inside.
So these huts appear to be, as you can tell, heavily damaged. They also
Really?
appear to.
Can't really tell
Not-
in the dark vision.
Tis fair.
FYI.
They are heavily damaged. They do not seem to be being used by the Bagra for anything at all in terms of sleeping. Maybe an occasional crate or something that is stored. But other than that, they just seem to belong to someone else. Maybe someone they took this area from. Maybe you're not exactly sure, but whatever it is, doesn't live here anymore.
They don't even go here no more. Okay.
I got that Mean Girls reference.
Oh, that's a big
Glad
fire.
somebody did. Ooh. Alright. So I can see that. Does that mean that Cash can see it?
Oh,
The golem?
Yes. If you can see it, Cash can see it. And
Is it-
on top of what appears to be, from your current vantage point, a small, maybe 10 feet across or 10 feet in diameter mesa standing stone. It's about 20 feet into the air. You see a very old, 15-foot tall stone guardian. The creature is, or the statue is unarmed. It has, obviously, other than its stone arms, it doesn't seem to be moving in any way, shape, or form. But you can see there is also a bridge leading from that outcropping, that standing stone, to another raised portion of the mesa.
Is that Mr. Sarlu's wife? Asking because Malachi doesn't know.
Could be.
statue?
I don't know. We don't even know if Mr. Sarlu's wife is just a bunch of water.
This
Yeah,
is very
well,
true.
I think we assumed that Mrs. Sarlu was also just water, but we don't know.
Go
She
rescue
could
this
be a
individual
unicorn.
of unknown description. Assuming she's not a Bagran. Bagran?
Right.
Imagine. We
So,
go
Mr.
in to save her thinking like, okay, we just gotta kill all these Bagra, and it turns out she's like the leader of the Bagra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck.
Mr.
We should have got
Sarlu.
a description of her for sure. Fuck. Shit.
Mr. Sarlu, we took out all of the bandits. What do you mean, all of them?
Wait. What about the one with the crown? Yes, their leader. We got him.
You mean this crown? We brought it back as evidence.
And also her head.
That was my one.
Alright. The stone golem doesn't appear to be active, right?
It does not.
Okay. I will hug this wall.
Hazel will follow as best he can.
You do begin to see the source of the fire towards the center of camp, as well as a large number of Bagra surrounding it.
A large number of Bagra.
Probably half a dozen, maybe more.
Yeah.
I counted 10. Okay, still no movement from the stone golem.
Negative. It doesn't seem to be reacting to your presence, or at least not close enough, or not disturbing enough.
Okay.
You notice another palisade You
On the other
underneath
side
the
there.
bridge, you wouldn't have trouble passing under the bridge, but there's another palisade right here.
Oh yeah, I see it over there. Okay. Can I tell what's on top of the ledge on the other side of the bridge there?
Can you ping it?
Like, can I tell like what's right over here?
It's
I can see a Bagra.
yes, there is one of those, but there's also it's essentially an area of the mesa that has jutted out underneath from the main wall, so they're using it as a walkway.
Okay. All right. So I'm going underneath the bridge here, obviously.
Understood.
Nope, going on top.
All right. Well, that's on you, man.
I
That's all you.
don't know how I got there, but I got there.
It looks like. Can I see between the palisade, like, logs?
You cannot. They are very tightly woven.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna go around the corner here then, I guess. Slightly, just to kind of see.
So that leads to a small cave, an actual cave. Looks like there are 2 guards on the walkway above, but otherwise there's no actual guards inside that you can see. There's a couple small fires.
Where. Oh, go ahead.
If you intend to pass underneath them, you will need to repeat your stealth check.
I do intend to pass underneath them.
Hazel will see how it goes.
Same. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
I'll keep it. You know what? No, I'm not gonna. Go ahead. Are you coming to Hazel?
Sure.
Decide before you roll.
I mean, you don't have to. I can go in there and real quick and come back out.
yeah, I'm gonna hang back here. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So you enter the cave, Kashut, presumably, or you peek into the cave. You see a number of areas that you would guess to be non-combatants. You know, children, the elderly, things of that nature, non-hostile creatures, as well as some food storage and some general tool usage. Pretty much the junk drawer of this encampment. Give me an active perception check, please. So you look around and you don't see anything of note other than the creatures that are kind of bedded down, especially since it's past sundown. Some
We can check
crates that are
all
unlabeled, things of that nature.
right, but I heard something in my head. Do the do the creatures and people and stuff in there see me? Is there a way for me to maneuver inside there without being seen? Like crates and stuff for me to like move behind?
Yes.
Okay. I will do that then.
And they are in various states of entering or fully engaged in slumber.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will do that. I will go in, move behind crates, in between.
Okay, I'm going to need
Okay.
another stealth check, but it needs to be, you can do this one at advantage as you are passing around creatures that are sleeping.
Okay, can you take that effect off of me? I put that on me by mistake.
Oh, I'm sure I can. Let's see where you're at. It's gone.
Too much.
Okay.
Maybe I should have left it on there.
You can still roll,
Yeah.
or you can save it.
It's a 1d6. I'm gonna use it just to be on the safe side.
It's one-time use
Yeah, I know. Per day.
Worth it.
per day.
It was worth
So-
it. I'll use it.
So you move deeper into the cave. Towards the back of the cave, you see a very strange looking structure. It is gold inlaid with wheels, and it looks like this.
What? Okay. Sorry.
You're the only one who's seen it.
Yep.
So a Goa'uld. Got it.
I'm gonna show-
Oh,
I shared
Oh.
it.
God.
Oh, you haven't shared it with anybody else yet. My
I-
bad. Sorry.
I just shared it with everybody. As
That's
I
gross.
said, if you are going to take notes, you can drag those images into your submissions if you desire.
Okay.
Damn, guys, we could have took Mr. Sarlu after all. He's just a worm. Presumably.
Worm. Okay. I will approach.
So this worm creature, in total, she's probably a good 14 feet long.
Gross. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I will help her out of the aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a bag she could go in?
When you get close enough, it seems to have the ability to lift its body up, and it relocates to your shoulders. It starts wrapping around your shoulders and your arms, and more of like a figure 8 across your chest and your back.
Oh, okay. So like a harness.
Mm-hmm. And,
Okay.
Horrifying. Thank you.
and,
That's the worst news I've heard all day.
and all you can hear in Kashoot's mind,
That's hilarious, Techno.
That was funny.
What can I hear in Kashoot's mind?
Yeah.
I already
you can
said
get
it.
exactly that.
That's
What?
exactly what it was.
Yeah, you can hear in your mind, would you still love me if I was a worm?
Oh.
All right. It takes a half a minute, but you now have a handy dandy backpack, kind of.
Worm pack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I will go back the way I came. quietly and stealthily
Mm-hmm.
as I walk out the cave, and as soon as I see Hazel and our eyes meet, I will bring a hand to my mouth, holding a finger in front of my mouth, motioning for silence.
And Hazel will just hold back some gags, like holding his hand over his mouth, and just gives you a thumbs up.
Be the
And turns
perfect
away
time
immediately.
Perfect time for Mrs. Sarlu to bring her, worm tail up over Casheut's mouth. Shh.
No.
Oh my god, ew.
That's fucking gross.
So you can give me a stealth check for your trek out.
Okay.
Unfortunately for you, Cashoot, your passenger makes stealthing a little harder, and it will be a disadvantage.
So Hazel have to make another check, or
You do as well.
damn it.
I mean, if you want to take the disadvantage, you can,
No, I'm good.
transfer.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hang on. I'm going to use my inspiration that I have.
Oh my god, yes.
Do I re-roll the entire roll
The entire roll
at disadvantage?
at disadvantage is a complete repeat.
I'll take it.
That's better. Yeah.
I was gonna say if that failed, I would have given you my inspiration.
I was about to say I fully anticipated that to be even a worse result.
I did too, with the way her stealth has been in this game. Not this particular session, but this game in general.
Yeah.
Tripping over a door, breaking it in.
It's true. All right, you managed to make it to the palisade successfully. And an acrobatics check.
This is where. Okay, I'll help you up. Especially since there's two of you now.
Okay.
I'm assuming you'd have to do a disadvantage, so I'll cancel that
That
out
is-
maybe.
That is correct. I was gonna let you finish, but yes,
So
that is correct.
So it just
Straight roll.
cancels, straight roll. Okay. It's not horrible, but I don't know if it does it.
It's not super difficult. It's not designed. The DC is 11. Barely made it, but you did make it.
Oh,
And you made it too.
yeah.
Plop us on the other side.
I shall. The DC for your stealthing, their passive perception is 14. So as you made those stealth checks on the other side of the gate or the wall, Hazel got a 15, a 22, a 27, a 16, a 23, a 19, a 15, a 19, and then Casheut's reroll went to a 19. It would have revealed you back at the stone golem.
We did good, guys. As soon as we come up to the party, Keshut will do the same thing and put her finger in front of her lips to motion for silence.
Nalka will
Motion.
loudly whisper, "What is that?"
Mrs. Sarlu, let's go.
Okay.
Go quickly. I can feel she's starting to get dry already.
Ew.
That's what he said.
Perhaps you should get her wet. To relieve her
Hazel-
suffering.
Dennis, now is not the time for jokes.
That wasn't a joke.
I have a what is it? An alchemy jug?
Ew.
What liquids would I have in there? Just
Several gallons of fresh and seawater, I believe, for one. Mayonnaise, surely.
wine,
Shoot,
beer.
the liquor to see if she's
Poison.
salty.
Fuck, is she a fresh or saltwater worm?
She looks
Liquor,
like
I
a
barely
swamp
know
water
her.
worm.
Swamp water.
That's a great name for a band.
Saltwater worm.
Yeah.
I'll go over to Hazel and just go, what kind of water should I give her?
No, I don't think I want to know.
Why
I'll
don't
walk
you
over to
ask?
I'll walk over to Cash, and I'll whisper over Cash's shoulder to the fucking worm, and go, do you need to be wet?
Oh god.
The swamp water worm does not answer, but it doesn't take you guys long to rejoin your. Let's think of the right word here. It doesn't take you long to rejoin your escort, and the swamp water worm does not answer you regarding the wetness. But impressively, I was 50-50 on whether the party would survive that. So done.
Okay, well, if you're not gonna answer me, I'm gonna fill this up with wine.
And I'm gonna use my alchemy
Oh,
jug
no.
and fill it with wine,
Oh, slow down.
and just fucking start chugging. Anybody want to sip?
Yes, please.
Pass the jug.
That was the best, the most stressful experience of all time.
The most stressful experience of all time so
Like-
far.
So far.
God damn it.
Ew, what the fuck?
Baby kick in the face.
No, the worm gift that Tony sent in the Discord.
Oh, you just saw
Oh,
that
look
now.
at
I'm just seeing it.
Just a little guy.
I don't even want to know. Anyways.
All right, so you guys find yourselves back in Mr. Sarlu's compound, having rescued Mrs. Sarlu successfully. Well done. I will leave it up to you whether you want to take a rest, but Mr. Sarlu, after you return his wife and unintentionally bash her, the red gate is open to you when you are ready.
And we've won Mr. Sarlu's favor, right? Right?
You have one access to Mr. Sarlu's gate.
Oh.
I'm thinking we probably need a long rest before we go
I'd agree with
because
that.
we have no idea what's on the other side.
That seems wise to me.
All right, I will apply a long rest. And does anyone need to do anything in town? Do bear in mind if you hypothetically didn't make a note of it, that you have been told that all traffic Belianic Accord agents that have gone through this gate did not come back. Take a look at your spells.
Wait, I missed that. We can't take this gate back?
No, I
We
didn't say that.
We don't
Okay,
know,
sorry.
but maybe not. Yeah.
No one ever
Every-
has
Five
taken
real
the gate
quick.
back.
It's not that you can't, it's just no one has yet.
Oh,
Sure,
right,
Be
right.
fully functional, no issues.
Because nobody's ever made it back. Because
one-
they
no one-
probably likely didn't get back to the gate.
Or
They-
they did make it back, but Sarlu killed them when they came through or something.
Or they made it, or
Oh.
they made it to the other side, and they liked it there so much that they decided to stay.
I like
Yep.
that. I like that one. Naka, thank you.
How dare you say something so offensive and accurate about Mr. Sarlu?
Yeah, fuck you for understanding who I am. I would assume would be what Mr. Sarlu says.
Probably.
How much for? Can I buy like a bracers of defense?
That would take days, at least.
Okay, how about like a ring of protection?
That would take probably longer.
A cloak of protection.
I've never even heard of that.
A hat of many protections.
Many protections. Like that
That's-
depends. MANY or MI?
Isn't a cloak of protection is just the one that gives you like +1 to your saving throws or something?
Oh, I have
Mhm.
no idea. I'm just fucking with you
That
at
might
this
be
point.
Baldur's Gate. Oh, okay.
Dennis just needs a sock of protection, just a single one.
Newer
That's
Dennis is 10 AC, so he's just trying to,
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tyler. That's probably the cleanest sock I thought was gonna come out of this group. And yes, it is an actual magic item. It's uncommon. But no, you can't go magic item shopping right now unless you're willing to take some time away.
Nah, that's fine. There'll probably be a magic weapon shop on the other end of the red gate.
Which is why they stuck around
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
for such low prices. Deals of steel at twice the price.
There's that. That's something.
Mhm.
All right. So, if you are ready, you let me know. Mr. Sarlu will take you to the red gate.
Nalka's ready.
Ready.
I'm just
That
kind
is-
of going through my spells before we do this. But do we need anything specific, do we think? Should I take
We don't
past
know what's on the other side. Like, we don't know.
Yeah, we have no clue. I doubt we need stealth immediately, but
Okay, I'll leave my current
I'm back.
selection together then.
Welcome back.
Probably not a bad idea for us to discuss what we're doing on the other side of this gate.
Might be a good conversation to have.
Could you imagine us preparing? Crazy.
Tony, I guess the one thing that I will do in preparation if we're taking that long rest or a rest in general, I'm gonna do that meditation for an hour under the sky, if we can.
You can.
And try and magically add a +1 bonus to a d20 roll made by a creature I can see within the next 24 hours, like as like a bonus. But I have to make a wisdom check. This is only the second time I'm doing this, so hold on. You can make a wisdom check against DC 13. If I'm successful, then I can use it. Okay.
Anybody remember the name of the planet that we're going to?
Rise. The DM remembers.
Success.
So the planet you're going to is called Rise. Here's some information. You can take it or leave it, make a note or note. But Rise was one of the planets of the patrons, the more goodly of the ancient races that built the gates. It was also one of the places where they developed a great deal of their technology. It was one of the worlds where they didn't necessarily seed races or guide the client races and species into their birth, but this is one of the places where they themselves inhabited. It was also where they wrote a lot of their information, which is why the Belionic Accord wants to go there, and they think that's why what you are looking for is a item, the Opus Eterna. Don't quote me on the spelling; I'd have to pull it up, but I think it is that. I'd have to pull up the actual spelling, which I am about to do, but it's something similar to that. I just don't have the spelling of Eterna memorized. But what you are attempting to do there is find the Opus Eterna in hopes of it including information about the gates and how to repair them. I missed an E. There's the new one. And they know that this information is written down They know that the Opus Eterna was real and it was on Rise. And that's why you're going. But also Rise has lost contact with the gates and the matrix of the interweave of the gates centuries ago. So, are you guys ready?
As will ever be.
What to say? Yeah, took the words right out of
As
my
will
mouth there.
ever be. I'll give you a minute.
I want to. Before we go, I want to.
Huh?
Before we go, I want to pick up some additional ammo.
That's fine. If it's something non-magical, you guys can pick it up pretty easily. I'm going to share a map with you, though, while you guys get that done. I didn't mean to do that. If you want to pick up any ammo, any food, anything like that, you can go ahead and just pick that up. Trade the money. The room you're in is a fairly easily identified. So Olek brings you into this room once you finish your shopping. It's a big domed ceiling room of this chamber that the ceiling goes about 25 feet overhead. There are two gates, not one, to the north and to the west, southwest. Both are metallic rings with a fairly thick backing, that being the here and here. And the gates are about 10 feet in diameter. One is red and one is green, and they're nearly flanking each other. There's a number of strange mechanisms with wiring or cords made of dark green material, and these cables snake across the floor, and some attached to each of the green and red metal rings. Others head east to a Baroque black iron cradle that's holding an egg-shaped stone here. And the egg-shaped stone is pulsing with oranges and yellows and red colors. There's a number of doors leading off from here, but it appears that the pulsing egg is powering the gates. Olek takes you to the red gate, which is the southernmost gate here. And he faces you towards the gate. And Olek gives you a slight impatient click. Now, mind you, if you're still buying ammo or stuff like that, that's fine. And he asks you if you are ready to pass through the red gate. He waits for each party member to give him the yes.
Yes.
No, just
Yes.
a thumbs up.
Yes.
After Hazel says yes, I'll grab his hand.
Guess shoot.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's everybody. Kazu, because she's not here. He makes a motion, and a manticled dwarf plods out of that alcove to the top left there. And he plods over to the mechanism in the center of the chamber, and he starts slamming a fist down onto a number of protuberances around the outside that sparkle as the pulsing energy shifts from being split between the two gates and floods all down the cables towards the red gate. And with an almost pulsing wave that hits you, the red gate shudders to life as arcs of energy cross the ring's center. And the sound loudly washes over you as you are prepared to move into the gate. If you and presumably you guys step through. I mean, you don't really have a choice, but
You presumed correctly.
fair enough. So I'll leave it up to you guys. We got about 20 minutes. We can start playing. There isn't like a battle or anything that's gonna start, or would you guys like to wait? I am 100% okay with either one. We have the time to play, but I'm okay stopping.
I wouldn't mind stopping here. I gotta be up a little bit early tomorrow.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, leave the readers on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, they'll be chomping at the bit to come back.
I guess that's nice for Jess too. That she can be here for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry, everyone. I took notes.
Me too.
I did see that. I appreciate it.
I have secret notes.
Yay, notes. We have notes.
You have public notes and secret notes.
I will have to find out from Alex how to access these notes because I had a screaming baby while I was listening to how it was accessible.
No problem. All
Understand.
right. I will leave the server up for a little bit for the screaming baby afflicted Tyler to learn about that, or we can do it next time. And we will rejoin as the party enters Writhe, the abandoned world of knowledge.
Nice.
Or is it?
No, it's got all those people there that liked it so much that they stuck around.
Right? They just wanted everybody to believe it was abandoned.
They gotta keep the property values in check, so they've been saying like, Rise, we don't go there, it's dangerous.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I don't know. All I know is no matter what, this group's gonna rise to the occasion.
Hey.
Hey!
Mm-mm.
See y'all later.
Oh, have a good week, guys.
Have a
Yeah,
good week.
Have a
Good
good
week,
one.
guys. Good game.
Well,
Your game.
later, y'all.